Well, ladies and gentlemen, I planted this a week ago Friday. It is Sunday, so 10 days ago I planted this buckwheat. I have buckwheat growing. It's probably 4 or 5 inches off the ground, and a lot of spots out there. You can kind of see it popping up there. Bad angle. There you go. That's a lot better. Okay. Now, what I've learned from this since I spread it, I did feel like I ran out way too fast. The recommended poundage per acre was 40 to 55 pounds per acre, and I had 12 pounds for what I've measured out a fifth of an acre. So technically that would have meant divided up to be about 60 pounds for what I had, so which was over the amount, but I still feel like I could have had more. I have learned it is very spotty. Okay, you see right here there's a lot, and then there's out here none. Okay, maybe that was me, but I got like buckwheat growing there. I got buckwheat growing, right here on the corner of this. You see where I got rounded off here. Okay, so I hit it, and I found seeds, buckwheat seeds. Here's one that did not germinate. So if I was you guys, I mean, maybe there's some still growing. Okay, tiny. Maybe it'll hit later. I don't know. This is an experiment for me just as much as it is you. I know it's really dry out here. I planted it 2 days before it rained. I sprayed it at the same time. Maybe some of the germination came from when I sprayed it with the glyphosate. But then it rained 2 days later, and there's some shorter coming up. If I was you guys, I know you're supposed to just throw it on top of the soil and before it rains, within small period before it rains. Maybe 2 days was too much. I probably fucked up there. Maybe the rain coming 2 days afterwards was why the ground's dry. It's too damp. I feel like I could have used a hard rake with the metal tines and roughed up the top soil before it rained, and then seeded it so the top was soft. I'm gonna try that next. I do have another plot up by a cornfield that I need to seed yet, so I'm gonna definitely get and rough up the surface just a little bit, then seed it right before it rains. I'm talking just a few hours before it rains. I know it's going to rain. That way the topsoil isn't dried out too much, and when it gets seeded, maybe it'll germinate into that top a little bit, because that's all I need. Okay, I know from planting out here on the top, I just threw all this out. I had a hand seeder. I just threw it out. This is a weed. I know that's a weed. Well, here we got buckwheat here. You can kind of see like dark parts of the soil where it's damp. And then out here, like this mound I got, because I dug a hole for a water hole in the past, and it ended up not being a good spot. I don't know, I just never really hit it. But it's really dry. This is your cicadas. Cicada holes everywhere. Okay, right here in this little pit. This is pointing this out. This little pit here has a lot of buckwheat that's growing in it. I got areas out there, got a spot down there, this area where my pear trees are. There is some buckwheat growing in here, not as much, but there's a lot of buckwheat seeds on the top. So my suggestion would be to rough up the soil on the top right before it rains. That way it could probably better. That's just my opinion. So I do have some buckwheat, but it is not going to be like we want, or I want, like we want when we come out here and we see a fifth of an acre that we had intended for it to be planted, and it's not a fifth of an acre. So Um, I'm gonna reseed. I'm gonna buy more seed. Um, yeah, it's money. Right now I'm just wanting to be a success. It is June 13th. June 13th right now. I seeded it 10 days ago on the 3rd, a Friday. So, and I got this much success. I feel like I could seed, spot seed, and then just roll with what I got, and I'm gonna still smack it over on August 1st, and then spray with glyphosate and plant my winter rye and clover mix. But oh, it's just good update. Maybe you guys were curious. I'm in a wooded area that hasn't had anything done to it in years. Just the trees. I raked it, sprayed it multiple times. It is bare ground, so look out for that crusty top surface from the sun, the heat, and no rain. I'll try to avoid that because I've seen where it's not that great. You want to do the extra work. If you already done this much to clear this much area, clear that much area, definitely don't cheap out or wuss out on raking up that extra topsoil before. Like I said, I'm gonna do that up front where the cornfield is, that little strip there. It's like 1,200 square feet, I think, is what it is. And that'll be a test for me, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Thank you.